Good morning. How are you all this morning? I had this brainy idea that I was going to take two separate decks and mix them together for the fun of it and see, how that might go. However, when I did that, they're not exactly the same size, and then you have two decks all mixed up together, and you got a separate. Anyway, I decided that was not such a great idea. So I separated them, and we'll just do our normal thing. So I'm using the Wisdom of Hafez, which I love those cards. And these are just a tarot deck that will give us a brief little message. And we'll see what our message will be today from the universe, what Spirit has to say as a way of advice, words of encouragement. Okay. We have two cards. See if either one appeals to you. Focus in. If one draws you more than the other, that may be your message today. If not, both may be what you need to hear. Excuse me. Okay, if you chose the tarot, you receive the Five of Cups. Feel your grief, but know that things will get better. See, the fella is, he's sad. He has cups tipped over, but he still has some left. So not all is lost. So if you're feeling grief or loss, despair, regret, disappointment, pessimism, sadness, so many people, I see it all the time online in conversations. So many people feel this way right now, both in our own country and around the world. So much heartache worldwide, and we cannot help but feel that energy from everyone who's suffering. So we may feel in our own lives pretty okay, but with any empathy at all, it is so challenging to not really feel that grief, that loss. And that's what this card's talking about. There is a lot of grief and loss and despair and failure and sadness and pessimism and loneliness. But this card reminds us to feel our grief. Don't run away from it. No, that's what I feel. And it's legitimate. It's valid. But know that things will get better. There are cups left standing. And as a partner in this universal play, we can do our part, whatever we feel that should be, to not only recognize and lessen our own grief, but others in any way we can, whether it's simply sending that loving energy into our atmosphere, into our environment, for others to benefit from. I would call it, if that's all we can do, but that's a lot. Okay, that's a lot. We should be doing that every day for our own benefit and everyone's. But if there are things you can do physically, take action to help others, this may prompt you to do so. So, yakking all this time. The Hafez card is listen. Listen. Look at that beautiful artwork. Looks like a tower, and the figure is way up in the top. The quote from Hafez is, "How do I listen to others as if everyone were my beloved master speaking to me, his cherished last words?" Every day and in every way we are involved in the great conversation. You talk to greater by expressing your wishes, hopes, and desires. You receive greater's answer by listening to snatches of conversation in an elevator, to song lyrics on the radio, to the words, signs, and symbols that come your way in any situation. You also listen through intentional silence, welcoming the presence that knows and shares all. Let yourself become a student of keen listening. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Use that sacred ratio to gain more clarity and intimacy with greater, which is the all there is. Some people call it spirit, some people call it higher consciousness. We can give it any label we want, but it is that higher vibration, higher than the human vibrates. So tuning into that, and tuning in, he speaks of silence, but as we know, if we're paying attention, we get information anywhere you might look or hear. All the things he named: radio, TV, clocks with numbers on it that are meaningful for those who recognize numerology as being meaningful. So let's not drown in our grief in our own lives or in the life of the world, which is in a state right now. Realize that it will get better. Pour our energy into recognizing how we feel, and then bringing ourselves back to knowing things will be better and will be part of that improvement. And then listen, for that conjoined, those two together, it's important to listen when we really are feeling the loss, the grief, the sadness, because that what we hear and see and whatever comes in front of us might be another person we run into that lifts our spirits, that gives us direction. Gosh, yeah, these are both really, really, really good reminders, because that's what all this is. We don't learn anything we don't already know when we do these cards. That's why I do them every day. For myself, it's been my habit for quite a while. It's adding something, providing myself a way to bring some words of wisdom to myself that I know I need. Some days it hits me square in the eyes more than others, or registers in my heart differently than others. But yeah, it's a way to tap in to spirit. So I hope that was a benefit, and if so, I hope you'll share it. Maybe someone else will hear something they need to hear. And I'm here every day. I hope you'll come back tomorrow also, or just play catch up. when you've got time, come back and listen to whatever you've missed, and take away whatever may resonate with you. But I appreciate you being here. It's a part of my day that I am enjoying sharing, and I hope you do too. This is Connie, the Everyday Mystic. I'm a psychic medium and channel, energy healer, and meditation teacher. Have a wonderful day, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow.